Cool. Basically, this is like Thursday. So, one of the many benefits of working for the Army, for the U.S. government, is I get every holiday plus some off. So this Friday, we have a 4-day weekend, Friday and Monday off for President's Day. Obviously, President's Day is only on Monday, but we get the Friday off as well. I technically don't get the day off, but I get to move my hours around. I'll be only working there for 2 hours, do the training session with the guys, do my own training after, boom, home for the day. Same thing Monday, show up for 2 hours, do the training, do my training, boom, done for the day. So we got a 4-day weekend. So tomorrow is really like my last day in office. Saturday, we're going up to Chapel Hill for Nikki's competition. Hitting up Raising Cane's after that. Hitting up, I think, this place called Cinnaholic, I think is one of the places we're going to go. Let's move this up a little. Hitting up, I think, Cinnaholic, maybe some other places while we're up there. Hitting up Costco for sure, so maybe getting something from the food court there. But we got big weekend full of just, all those things of eating. More time for homework, really, is what we're looking at. I posted yesterday, day before, I think it was Monday, so 2 days ago, about if you have joint pain or if you notice you just lift better at the heavier weights and like your warm-up sets are all trash, you may be better off doing all of your accessories at the start of your session. And this is something I have implemented with a few people, really one person, but I've thought it through and wanted to implement it for a few people. Haven't yet. I do it for myself on some of my days. But if we already, like how it stands, most people skip their accessories in the first place. Like, they already don't do them. It's at the end of the session. They've already been in the gym for 90 minutes to 2.5 hours, depending on what kind of day it is. They're already at the gym for way too long, doing a shit ton of volume. No one then wants to stay once they're already fucking depleted and do their accessories. Especially when people just don't think they're as important as the main stuff, which is just completely incorrect. That's why you're in pain. That's why you're small. That's why you're bad at lifting, is because you skip your accessories. But besides the whole, if you want to be good, do your accessories. If we do them first, already that ticks that box. You've done them first. You are not tired. You are literally just walking in the gym. So there's zero way you could skip them. So already, bonus number 1 to doing them at the start of your session is you have to do them. Your joints feel better because you're doing your accessories. Your muscles get bigger, so you stop being small. And you get better because you do your accessories and you're not just a little quitter. So already benefit 1 is you get your accessories done. You get all the benefits from the accessories that you should be doing, but you keep skipping. Benefit 2. One thing that a lot of bodybuilders do is for their leg day, let's say they're going to go squat, leg press, hack squat, whatever squatting motion they're doing. A lot of bodybuilders will do hamstrings first. So do leg curls, do something hamstring curl focused before their squat, simply just because the hamstrings, as we've talked about in previous videos, do not actually change in length. They are not a primary mover. They really aren't doing much besides just maintaining pelvic stability during a squat. So if our hamstrings are a little bit fatigued, we're really not missing out on much. Come on, piece of shit. Drive fucking faster if you're going to cut me off. Already, the hamstrings aren't doing much for our squatting pattern. So having hamstrings a little bit fatigued probably is not going to hinder us too much. But a lot of people get knee pain when they squat, but not necessarily when they do a leg curl. So doing that leg curl is a way to warm up our joints, warm up that knee area for that knee flexion without getting that same joint pain as if we just did some bodyweight squats or something of that nature. So we're still getting the joint moving through that exact same range of motion that we would see in a squat. However, now you are doing it without all the knee pain. You're doing it by avoiding that knee extension. You're doing it through that knee flexion. So you're getting more blood. You're getting that joint lubrication. You're just getting some extra warm up to that area that is typically going to be very tender if we just jump straight in to knee flexion, knee extension in that squatting pattern right off the bat. So number one, we actually do the shit. We stop skipping it. You actually get your shit done. You get fucking big. That's a big bonus. Number two, we have that extra joint lubrication and we really get just extra warmed up and make sure our joints are firing. Number three is I personally like to take big jumps. Like I don't want to be squatting forever. I don't want to be lifting forever. I do enjoy lifting, but I don't want to spend this entire time just getting into the fucking warm up. I want to just get to my weights and fucking go. So I take some pretty big jumps. Simply just doing my warm-ups first or doing those accessories first is going to allow me to take those bigger jumps with a lot less risk of injury, simply just because, again, my joints are more warmed up. I'm doing more shit. I'm doing a lot more movement. My CNS has started to feel more of that load in other ways. So I am overall just more prepared to handle the load that is coming. So it could be a potential injury reduction method simply just because there is less just diving into that heavy weight. Your body has had a longer time to get ready for the very explosive, very strong stimulus you're about to put it under. We've got a lot of benefits for doing this. If you're going to do your accessories before your lift, though, couple recommendations is one, accessories at the end of the lift, I would say we're going to take them pretty fucking close to failure, like 0 to 2 reps in reserve. So pushing just shy of or completely to failure, absolutely breaking down that muscle, like 2 to 3 sets, 0 to 2 reps to failure, reps shy of failure, and just fucking sending it on that muscle. Start of the session, I don't want to fucking send it. One, like, we still want to get that good bodybuilding hypertrophy stimulus. We want to get that joint lubrication, but we also don't want to be so fatigued that it does impair our actual main work. I don't want to say main work because, again, accessories are still going to be important, but it doesn't interfere with the sport we're trying to do. So I would keep it still probably in that 2 to 3 set range, but drop our intensity back. So I would say 2 to 3 reps in reserve. So 2 to 3 reps shy of failure. And at that point, probably bumping the reps up a little bit more from like that 5 to 12 range to probably that 10 or 12 to 20 range. And focus on getting more of a pump. Because again, the entire goal or one of the benefits with doing your accessories beforehand would be getting that extra joint lubrication. All right. How do we get that joint lubrication? How do we get all of these vitamins and nutrients into our muscles, into our joint area? Well, we need a shit ton of blood going there. How do we get a shit ton of blood going there? We get a pump. How do we get a pump? We get a lot of tension. We do quite a few reps. We push fairly close to failure. So, i.e., there we go. 2 to 3 sets, 2 to 3 reps in the tank, higher reps, 10 or 12-ish to 20 reps, somewhere in that range. Could even go like 10 to 30 if you really fucking wanted to just send it, but 30 sounds terrible. Overall, though, that is how I would go about it. So taking all those accessories, I also probably wouldn't do more than like 2 or 3 exercises already beforehand. So all of my athletes are doing some sort of plyometric movement warm-up beforehand. So they have 3 rounds of 3 minutes of their cardio of choice. Some sort of movement prep, some sort of just like moving their spine, moving their body around in a different position, just kind of feeling out where their body's at. And then some sort of plyometric or explosive movement with that, just to prime their body, teach them to, again, resist and create force in different positions. So already we've got about 12 minutes right before our main stuff there. On top of that, you add in more than 2 exercises, 2 sets. You're looking at like half an hour before you actually get into the stuff. That's just quite a long time. So we look at 2 sets, 2 exercises, should take no more than 10 minutes. So boom, you are in the gym, and within 20 minutes, you are then through your primers, you are through your plyos, you are through your accessories, and you are starting your lift. So The thing with that too is like, if you are someone who does have this joint pain, you are probably foam rolling, you're probably doing a bunch of shit that takes either just as long as this would or even a little bit longer. But the thing with that is your foam roller is really more of a placebo than anything. Your stretching is really more of a placebo than anything. Both those things are simply just blunting your nerves, so blunting your ability to feel, and it gives you an acute sense or an acute change in that muscular leg, the acute change in the tension of the muscle, not actual permanent changes though. So a lot of what you are currently doing for your warm-up is just acute changes to, hey, turn off that nerve, turn off that pain sensation, and go from there. Doing those plyos, doing that movement prep, doing those accessories beforehand, you're making actual permanent changes. You're getting blood flow, nutrients, vitamins, minerals, all that shit to the area. And then you're also getting that hypertrophy stimulus. You're getting the pump. You're getting fucking jacked at the same time. So where your current foam roller warm-up is really not doing shit except just having a placebo effect, accessories beforehand are actually going to have a benefit. So I am sitting here stuck in traffic and I don't feel the need to just rant in circles for the next 5 minutes, 10 minutes before I actually get home. So that is where we're going to leave it for today.